This is good. This is what we're after. Someone did it. Sorry. Well, I'm trying to go onto YouTube so I can now find my own live stream. Oh, there it is. God damn. Can't see chats yet. Hold on, let's see. Let me see. Mark Bargain, for the love of... I don't trust him. I don't trust him. I'll say it. Let's see here. Let me copy this link. There we go. And let me mute you personally. Perfect. Perfect. And now we can let everyone know. Now everyone is made aware of the current situation. I don't know if I want to discuss the nuclear fallout that is happening on the Warhammer40k front. I don't know if I want to touch on that. I don't know if I want to touch that with a, with a 49.5-foot pole. As someone once said in some film, I don't remember the name of it. But I'm going to try to paint some Plague Marines for Warhammer 40k. Am I even allowed to say Warhammer 40k? Am I going to get banned for even mentioning the name? Am I going to get banned for having... Am I going to get banned for having this beautiful gem behind me? I might. That's the situation. It's a nuclear fallout. And it's kind of nuts. And it's interesting to witness. And it's it's kind of funny to be, new in the entire hobby sphere as far as making any of these things, as far as making videos and 40k content. I don't know what's going to happen, though. I'm going to keep doing what I do and see what happens there. Now I can exit out of here. And please let me check the settings. No, we're not gaming anymore, comrades. We're not gaming. Hold on, I got to still set to a gaming stream after that fiasco. This is autos and vehicles, comedy, film and animation, how-to style, music, news and politics, travel, events, sports. It's probably would be close to travel and events because it's the Death Guard. Right? That makes sense to me. Let me adjust everything happening back there real quick because we got a Master Chief helmet, which we don't need. We're not painting Halo stuff yet. Might be in the future, depending on what happens in the very near future. Let's see. Let me move this guy over to there. Don't need him. Now, we can return. Also, still got a piece of cardboard from the new video, which should be out very soon, within the next couple days, which will be awesome. So now we can move this guy back to where he belongs. There. There we go. Just set that there temporarily. And now. Now we get into the fun part. Because, let me adjust a couple of key things right there. I had to reset the entire setup because I had moved it all temporarily into my room. But now I'm back. Today I'm painting these guys. Let me grab them. There's stuff that needs painting, and there's, and I'm going to be painting it. Now, are these guys technically Plague Marines? Technically, they're not Plague Marines. But they fight for the Plague God. I also just, Plague Marines is a little shorter than, was it like Blight Lord Terminator or something like that? What's shaking there? Oh, it's just the entire screen. Fair enough. But these are some failed attempts I've had in years past. Possible color schemes that I have since abandoned completely. We have a weird whatever is happening there with yellow armor or whatnot. And then we have this guy who started out like a traditional Plague green, and then I painted him brown, and then I abandoned him entirely. Interestingly enough. the goal here for today is going to be starting to paint these guys up. And we got 3, and these are some big models, so I'm going to be trying to give them a decent amount of care and attention as far as that whole front goes. First things first, we have to re-base coat them in this color here. This guy's pretty much completely re-base coated in the white armor that I like to do with a Vallejo deck tan. I've partly done this guy just with some spare paint I had, and I haven't touched this guy because I want to save his face. Let me get the face real close. Because I haven't been able to replicate this, the face looks half decent. I'm actually very pleased with how this dude's face turned out. And so I want to try to preserve that, which is going to be interesting because I can't get the head out. So now we have to, like, try to mask it and not completely break it and scratch it to heck. Now, to do that, I think I'm going to utilize a very special thing. Very special product here. It's a bit of a crazy pull as far as they go. This is an egg, and inside this egg, this red velvet egg, is a block of, I don't even know what this is. Just kidding. It's silly putty. I've seen people use silly putty for masking things off. Usually they just mask off tanks. If they're doing like camo stripes, they'll stretch it out, something like that, lay it over the tank in a whole bunch of different ways, and then just spray over it, and then it comes off simple enough, I guess. So I'm just going to attempt to do that on the head here and try to fit this guy back in. I've kind of overloaded the egg, if I'm being dead honest. Let's see. There we go. We're looking good. Looking good there. Now, that's good and closed. Pretty good. Now let's see here. This is going to be the interesting part of the entire operation. Let me turn up the ISO just a bit so we can kind of better see what exactly is happening on this whole front. Name that down. There we go. I think maybe I am going to, like, cut a little piece off with a hobby blade and then see what happens there. And then just try to work it around it all weirdly. It's going to be interesting, but, you know, we'll give it a shot. I almost want to measure. Like, we flatten out. First, let's create a ball. So now we have a little sphere, and we probably don't need it to be that big, so we can probably half it. Or even more than half it. I'm going to use this smaller piece, form that into a ball, like so. And now, if I just smoosh this down a bit like that, maybe, possibly, we can, like, fit it over the head. That's not a bad start. Let me take just a little, like, needle thing and see if I can't just work this around the whole head real quick. So we kind of smush that in there, and I'm going to utilize a needle here. Like, the back I'm not too worried about because it's all going to be, like, just in shadow, so I don't need that to be white in the, like, in the inside of the helmet here. But if we can keep the actual head covered well enough, everything else should be fairly manageable to paint. What is up, Earthworm Jim? Good to see you, sir. Welcome, welcome. We're not doing basic infantry anymore. We're slowly leveling up. What I'm doing right now, this guy had a face that was actually very well painted, and I do not want to repaint the face because I have not been able to cook like that ever since I painted this guy. So I took some silly putty and I'm masking off the face real quick before I begin re-base coating him. And so now that's pretty well masked. That's kind of an interesting vibe as far as just silly putty looks. Although I guess green stuff we could, if we wanted to try to actually replicate this look, because green stuff will actually harden. Okay, now that's good there. And I don't really need to... Am I stripping the paint? No, I'm not going to be stripping the paint. I'm just going to be painting over the existing stuff because it's very easy to just spray over. It's very easy to just add another coat, which I've done to this guy. This guy was a weird green color, but I've repainted him and nothing really scratches off there as far as that goes. And this guy, I started to recoat and then ran out of paint. And then this guy I just haven't touched. But, let's see, does he scratch off? I mean, it doesn't really scratch off. So yeah, I consider it a decent enough base coat to work with. So let me pull out, because next step is just going to be base coating these guys. Let me take out the old faithful airbrush. There it is. And our thinner. Perfect. Scheiße. Okay. Also, yeah, I started watching the... I only watched like a bit of it because I was trying to edit a video, and then when I was doing some looking up for something else, I saw the video you recommended about the... Oh, let me pull it up. Just about the Games Workshop deleting Warhammer YouTubers. And yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, it looks like they're targeting 3D printing, which is, you know, there's been enough memery about 3D printing, and I think it's gotten so much hype now, and right now they're at the stage of just shut the whole thing down. Like, just kill it at the source, and just ban everything that has anything to do with stuff like that. Which they've already done to my Instagram account a little bit. So, that's interesting. TLDR, MarkScan is an Indian company that GW uses. MarkScan uses AI, and it adopts a scattergun approach, which catches videos which ought to be fair use. Huh. That is very curious. I appreciate you informing me on that front. Because, yeah, when I... Also, I sent them... There was a bit of back and forth emails as I was trying to appeal to just reaching out to the company that works on behalf of them, and just reaching out to Instagram and the trails, and it's all since gone silent. Radio silent from them after they were like, hey, could you provide the URLs of what of what we took down? And I'm like, I would, except I can't because they were taken down. And I have no access to them because they've just been wiped off. And one of the guys who I was in communication with, his name was Indian. It was like Hashim. If you get hit by a strike, I would suggest you send a letter to GW correctly. Fair enough. I think that's fair. Just as far as... Because, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna continue on and hope nothing too crazy happens, but yeah, I would probably just start to, like, reach out directly. That might be the next strategy to do. This is Ivory, not Dectan, for the love of Titan. But it's gonna be... It's interesting. This edition, they're like, hey, nuke. We're just gonna nuke a bunch of people. But that's also interesting that it's using AI. Of course it's using AI. The company whose like main gimmick, whose main faction and main like the good guys in quotes like abandoned AI, and then the company goes to use it is kind of funny. The irony is not lost on me. So you'll probably get more traction with on MarkScan, or renowned to not deal with strikes and stuff. Fair enough. Probably get more traction with GW. Fair enough. I might start with something like that. It's a whole... We got a whole legal case now for paint and toys. But you know, everywhere you go, there you are, as I say. Let me grab a brush and mix this up right quick. And I'm just mixing up a ton of it to start. And then I'll try to work around the face of this guy first. Because I can't remember if Silly Putty did anything to paint if it sat on for long. I don't think it does anything to the paint. I think it just melts over time. Because it's not like a solid mask. Because it's a putty at the end of the day. Alright, there's that. Now, let me actually pull out another staple of the whole... Actually, it's one color. I'm not going to worry about that. I was going to pull out the Forbidden Fruit Punch. Probably don't need to. Also, it is time, for me at least, to just enjoy the painting stream before tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be an interesting day for sure. That's when the server will rebel and the server will get their way. And it will be man-made horrors beyond our comprehension. From what I hear, I don't know if that will be the case. Gonna be back in chat. I'll drive home by bike and be there soon. Fair enough. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow is the 14th. That is tomorrow. Let's see, is that working? There we go. I'll put a respirator on because we're doing some bulk stuff real quick. It's gonna be, tomorrow is another day. That's what it is. It's gonna be another day, totally fine, nothing out of the ordinary, just hanging out and, you know, painting some more. Probably continuing to work on these guys. And the thing is, I'm gonna make the stream, I gotta prepare, okay? It's like we got an oncoming attack, and I know what's gonna happen. So you gotta dig in. So the stream tomorrow is mostly gonna be, I say mostly, I don't know what the stream tomorrow is going to be. But I'm gonna title it, and I'm gonna start the stream as just a painting stream. Because I don't know how, because if it gets too bad, then it's just, it'll be abandoned ship. Okay, the OG deal, let this be known, was they can just post any memes they want in the meme channel. Okay? If I want to talk about it on the stream and have fun there, but if it gets outrageous, I'll have to do that. I'll have to like go into a Vox channel and then just go about the business there. But without further ado, let's just start base coating some dudes, am I right? Let's see. We just gotta go slowly and smoothly and eventually get this all worked up nicely. Thin layers absolutely everywhere. You can probably zoom in a hair. There we go. But anything else is fair game. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I'm just trying to, like, you know, I want to keep it, like, safe for work. That's my only, that's all I care about. That's all I care about. But anything goes. So my hopes and wishes are only that. Hopes and wishes. They are not orders. I wish they were, but they're not. Because we made a deal. And we're going to see what that deal yields. And it'll be interesting for sure. But you know what? I'm here for anything. I'm going to show up. I'm going to do my part. And then, you know, eclipse now, the rest nowhere, as they say. That is base coated decently. Now, when I go to paint future Death Guard, I'm not going to prime them with a spray can like I did for these guys. Because and I did a fairly thin coat of spray can primer. Still too thick. It just clogs. There's a lot of tiny details on Death Guard, and it's best not to just go with an airbrush and not risk anything. There we go. Son of a bitch. Nobody panic. The situation is A-okay. Also, I guess usually I have something like a background going on there. There we go. That'll catch some of the paint. It's all starting to accumulate right there, funny enough.
We're already... No, no. No, we're good. It's gonna... It's gonna be... It's gonna be... It's gonna be something, dude. But you know what? I'm more excited for it than I am nervous for it. And I will make that statement. Will that statement be, like, proven wrong within 24 hours? It might be. It could very well be. But, you know, right now, I'm excited for it. It's going to be fun. Because at the end of the day, it's a community event. And whether it's a community event about painting, and wow, that's cool, or if it's just the roast of Sherlock Spiner, I'm here for it either way. And ultimately, I think it'll be fine. Now, I might just be having too much confidence. Very, very possible. I'm not going to discount that. But, you know, let a man dream. And now this guy is base coated. I'm going to call that good. Hold on. Good. That's nice there. Now for this guy, we got to go over some black surfaces, so that'll be a little difficult. We just got to go smoothly. Slowly but surely, surely and smoothly. And it's looking decent. Now I'm kind of I'm excited to paint these guys because there's a lot there's going to be a lot of trim on these guys, but they're only a unit of 3. They're not a unit of like 7 like normal Plague Marines. So it's going to be nice to give these guys a little extra care and attention. And that looks fairly decent already there. Okay. Got to keep the tubes white as well, because the tubes I go over with a bunch of contrast paint later down the line as we begin this entire operation in great detail. I tried doing slap chop on these guys. There was a lot of experimenting happening. Some of it was good, but not good enough to warrant a paint job, as you can see, because we're just painting over it. This guy was yellow. You can kind of see a remnant of yellow-ish. Not really on camera, but it's a little yellow. And now he's almost done. That is legit a spider web in this guy. That is how long he has been just sitting on the desk doing that. There's literally a spider web in there. Hold on. Do you see the dust just on the inside there? That is hilarious. Wow. Well, I got it. It'll add to it adds to the vibe. So you know what? I'll keep it. I'm probably gonna have to go over with white on some of the smoke here, for the gas or whatever it is. Also, there's still a lot of yellow undertones for this guy. He looks kind of especially gross. There we go. There. Looks good. We need a lot of layers to really cover up this yellow. But I mean, it's almost all there. We just gotta go slowly but surely, and then we will be fine. Now that looks good there. And you know, we're slowly finishing up our pile of shame. It's happening, you know, slowly but surely. But surely. Son of a gun. I'm thinking possibly... Well, actually, I'll have to see what other kits I have that I need to eliminate from the pile of shame. But soon we might be able to start buying specific things for streams and stuff like that, because I know that I like painting vehicles. I know a lot of other people enjoy vehicles as well, like Earthworm Jim, and I enjoy that too. And if GW keeps going a little haywire on this whole front, I might just have to give them a break for a second, just let them figure all their stuff out, because I know there's some vehicles I want, but I might have to hold off, and I might just have to, you know, get them a different way, not through them. But nothing too nuts has happened yet, so I'm not going to do nothing too nuts. All right, there's the deck tan all done and dusted. I'm going to clean out the airbrush real quick. Let me move over the microphone here. And let me just showcase to you where I am. There. Maybe ignore that guy. But right underneath my desk, I have a drawer here. And inside this drawer is where the water is stored. So I take that out there. Big old water container, because I don't worry about nothing crazy. I just dunk the airbrush in and then I swoosh it around, which I know it's a little hard to see, but you just gotta believe me. Trust me, it's what this is exactly what I do every time. All right, there we go there. And now, oh, that's funny. I guess I could probably change it to the actual webcam. Except we're going right back to painting, because now I'm just gonna clean the rim out and call it a day there. All right, there is that guy all cleaned. Eventually. Nice and decent there. All right. Very cool. Gonna close this back up and then continue on. And start on some brushwork, I think. That will be fun. Okay. Let me adjust that back to normal. Well, there we go. We can go a hair more. Perfect. And we can probably go, we can go a little higher as well. Come on. There we go.
Ugh. Alrighty then. Back to normal. Thank goodness. Now, let's see. There's still a little gunk in there, so I'm just gonna break that up right quick, utilizing some isopropyl alcohol, which I find is great for breaking up paint nice and quickly. And look at that, we already got a cloud of stuff that we couldn't quite reach. And then I'll just spray the rest of that down the nozzle. There we go. And now I'll just go in there again real quick, and just try to get the inside of that. And now that is looking a lot better already, and our nozzle is still nice and smooth, and that's all we can hope for. That is very nice. Next will be a very fun part of it, of the painting, and the tedious part. It's gonna get a little tedious for the next part. I'm still waiting for stuff to dry, but next will be trim, the brass trim, the fabled chaos trim that we've, you know, grown to love so much. First, let's take a look at our progress here. Still a little glossy, gotta wait for him to completely dry, but not too shabby. Now, I think this guy is decently dry. I want to see if we successfully salvage this guy's face, which, you know, is a sentence. Let me put back some sculpting tools real quick. Working clean is the best way to work. Now let us away. Hold on. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Here's the big reveal, if you would. I put silly putty to mask this guy's head off. And now I'm going to take it off slowly and methodically-ish to try and see if we salvaged the paint job. And it looks like we have salvaged the paint job, which is very, very cool. Awesome. So now I don't have to worry about repainting the head because the head already turned out so good when I did this as a test piece a while ago. Sick, dude. That is all I could hope for. Now, next, traditionally on my Plague Marines, I go for... Well, let's actually look and take a... Oh, yeah, it's gonna be... We're in for a haul. Because now it's time to paint the trim. And these guys are pretty chunky. They're pretty decently sized, if I do say so myself. So trim is going to be... It's not going to be too terrible, but, you know, it's gonna take some work. So best thing we can do is just start getting onto that work. Now I'm wondering, that's probably all trim, I'm thinking. They've got guns on their sides as well. Okay, tons of tubes, which is fun because I like painting the tubes. Almost all of these guys are all snapped off. That is kind of funny, but I kind of feel like that's what would happen if they've been like this for like 10,000 years. Tentacle holding a random potion bottle. Cool. Let's bust out the wet palette. Let's just jump right into it. Wet palette, you know, slightly used, still usable though. And if it's still usable, I will use it. Now let's go ahead and dampen all of that down. I'm just utilizing the rest of the water I have. Now that should be good there. There it is. Now we're rehydrating it. And then get into this lower corner here. There we go. Now, where's my brass color? That's brassy brass. Bright bronze is what I use for brass, believe it or not. And that is this guy right here. It's a good color. Can't fault it. Let's see. Now, I think the nozzle is a tad clogged. So let's see what we get on the inside here. Okay, looks decent. And I'm just going to plop this right down the middle there and just get a little out. Very nice. Very nice. Now let's trim some dudes up, shall we? This will be something, but you know, best thing to do is just get right into it. Let me pull out a decent brush for this whole job real quick. And now we are ready. Ready for trim. Here goes nothing. Now the detail on these guys are a little thick in some areas. Or the paint on the details, just because a lot of layers went into this. Not enough to warrant a paint stripper, but enough to where it's noticeable. And now we just work our way through it, just like this. There's one set of trim, there's one piece done. The broken shoulder pad. Now we got to do the top part of this broken shoulder pad, which looks kind of like that. Wonderful. And now, other side, a lot of smoke kind of obscuring these guys, so it's a little interesting on this whole front. Wow, and they actually have it sculpted to where this bulges out. Interestingly enough. Fair enough. All right. We'll work with it. We'll call it good. Greetings, Fire Ant. Welcome, welcome. We're painting trim. The most entertaining bit of streaming that I could come up with. We're paint and trim. But you know, it's the quiet before the storm. The storm of later. And it'll be fun. It'll be interesting. Let's get the other shoulder pad done while I'm thinking of shoulder pads. There we go. Oh boy, thrilling. I know it's quite something. But you know, hopefully by the end of today, sometime tomorrow, probably it's in the next couple of days for sure. I'm just about done with the Guns and Warhammer YouTube video. And I am very excited about it. I am pretty stoked with how it's turned out. It's gonna be fun. We'll finally get to see what Guns and Warhammer does when combined. But you know, until then, we have trim. We have some fun trim to go about doing. Also, was it you who commissioned a artist? Looking forward to it. Fair enough. Was it you who commissioned an artist for the 14th, or am I thinking of someone else? Because someone said they commissioned an artist. I've blurted almost all memories of tomorrow's date just out of my mind, out of fear. I'm in denial. Maybe. Fair enough. I guess we shall see. I guess ultimately, yeah, it was you. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, that's you know, that's both very cool that you would that you found this worth it to commission an artist. It's equally as scary because of the same fact. You know what I mean? But you know, I was talking earlier. I would say I just hope it's done in time. Fair enough. Fair enough. What I was saying earlier, though, that I think, at least as of right now, don't know if that'll change or not, but as of right now, I'm more excited for it than I am nervous for it. Because this is kind of it's almost a first, like, it's almost a community event. I mean, we've hyped about it, we've talked about it, there's people prepping for it. So, that, in that regard, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and I'm excited for that. It just might be the reason we're all gathering around might be a little spooky, but we'll see. Don't know what it's going to be like until we're there. So it's a wait and see game now. And then I gotta get the thumbnail ready. I got Mossy Mint, and I have C Nisty, who've, like, basically we kind of came up with a fun thumbnail idea, and so it's just gonna be like the Doom Eternal screen, and I was gonna put the Discord emoji on the Doom guy, but we decided to put my head on there, and then we're gonna have profile pictures of people in the Discord on the demons. It's gonna be so weird, dude. But we'll see what happens. And because you're the one who customized or commissioned the art, if you want, I want to ask you before I do. Do you want a profile picture on the thumbnail as well? If I just thought I would ask. Right now it's just C Nisty, Mossy, and then I can't remember if there's someone else. And I was gonna leave it there, but you have also commissioned some stuff. And so I didn't know if you wanted to be part of that, fine. If not, no big deal. Totally fine either way. I just thought I'd offer. Thought I'd give the courteous option, you know, before I, like, just went ahead and did it without asking. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta slowly lock in. We got a little bleed out there. This is fine. I mean, it's just my face, but I don't mind. Fair enough. I think it'll be fine. It's just a way to, I like to, because then that way it's kind of highlighting everyone in the community. That's my thought process, at least. Then we're all there. We're all together during the war. Ooh, now I'm trying to remember what's trim and what's not. Hold on, I gotta pull out a reference real quick. Let me get First, let me clean the brush right quick. And then after, I got to pull out the only other Terminator, in quotes, that I've done, or at least the person in Terminator armor, is this gentleman right here. I say gentleman, I mean this sleaze bag. Whoop. Right here. The war that has you as the target. Yeah, I basically just lined up. It's going to be death by firing squad, essentially. Yeah, the war, aka the summary execution. Ah, perfect. Okay, so now I can see the back of Typhus here. Okay, so I did not... I was wondering if I had trimmed this piece out. Maybe don't stand in front of the mic. I was wondering if I had trimmed this piece out here as brass, but I have not. So I will avoid that. At least I've painted Typhus, because now I have a reference for some of the trim on that whole front. Okay, I also did... I probably don't have to do these guys. Are they different? Slightly different as far as the head goes. Always helpful to have a... Yeah, for sure, dude. Helps me 95% of the time. When I... That's kind of... You did the same with your BGV. Ah, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way to go. That's part of why I make the videos on how to paint things, is because I took notes, but some of the notes I took was from when I was beginning, and I've since like updated recipes and stuff like that. And so to just be able to record it and have footage to just see what I did when I say I paint trim, it's like, okay, but where did I paint the trim? I'm able to see kind of where and what happened as far as it goes. So, you know, it's a win-win, because it helps me, and then hopefully it helps other people as well if they're wondering what to do. Because yeah, when I was painting the Rogel Dorn lot, when we were painting Wilson, I had to go back to my video on painting the tank to just get that as a reference. Mossy, welcome. Good to see you, sir. Now, let's see. I'm making up for yesterday, because I know I said I wouldn't stream yesterday, so I'm streaming today to make up for it, because that's how that works, right? But I don't know. I'll let you be the master behind that decision there. Ooh, do I want brass chains or silver chains? I'm gonna do... What did I do for Typhus? He doesn't have chains. I'll do brass chains. Yes, I'll do brass chains, because all the chain mail here is going to be silver. I can zoom in just a little more there. Chainmail is going to be silver, so I'll make the brass some nice... Or I'll make the chains a nice brass color. There we go. It'll be simple as that. Right now, Mossy, we're in trim. You have 1 hour, 16 minutes until it starts for you. Until 16 for James. What? Now, you got, the Masters of Confusion at work over here. I don't know what in the world. Until it start. Oh, you're gonna start. Ah, yes, the 14th. Oh, right. Is that because you're... That's because you're ahead of my time, right? Because you're over across the ocean. So are you just gonna start the moment the clock strikes 12? Or are you gonna go till Yeah, okay. Or are you gonna like wait and then just unleash hell during tomorrow's stream? What is it gonna be? What's up, C Nisty? I'm getting like the final warnings before, you know, before D-Day. Short for Discord Day. Gosh. It's gonna be something in it. Yeah, but I will say this. I'll say this, okay? Because right now this is how I feel. Right now, as of right now, don't know how it will be later or the day of the stream, but right now I'm more excited than I am nervous for it. So, yeah. So I don't know what kind of wrench that throws into our already. It's gonna be something else if DJ means bad. LOL. That is true. That is true. For sure. Yeah. Bad move, buddy. Okay, well. Okay. Chill. I'm just saying how I feel. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. That's all I can do, right? That's all I can do. Now, time for this dude's like, Moss, we need a live reaction, so wait for tomorrow. So yeah, here's my thought. Again, ultimately, you guys are the ones in control, but I was thinking I'm gonna do the stream, paint some Plague Marines, and then once the gang shows up, it'll just be I'll tab out of here. I'll either pull up the Discord, which probably I probably won't have the Discord up. I'll probably I'll showcase things if it's okay to show on YouTube. But I'm just gonna be till he's live, then the wrath will be unleashed. I'm just gonna witness it via a webcam. So if it's too unseemly, then all you'll see is you'll just see like that. Because it is not you only called it get called it when I'm in trouble. Y'all know my name, right? Mossy? Mossy Mint? I don't know. You only get called it when you're in trouble. Oh, is Mossy like is that your middle name? When someone says I got full named by Boxed Berry. Ah, yes. Y'all know my yeah. Yeah, you got your name called out. You got so how do you find Mossy's take on your profile picture? That's the snake one, right? I thought that was absolutely beautiful work by our resident Photoshopist. Actually, it's not even Photoshop. What do? You do it on your phone. I'd feel like I'd be insulting your skill by saying a Photoshopist, because no, Mossy here uses like bare minimum and gets some astounding results. Is it just like iMovie or something like that? Not my best work this week. Fair enough. I have enough for 23 and a half hours. I sleep now. Bye. Have fun. See you on D-Day. Fire Ant, way to stay going strong. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you then. Have a good rest. iOS photos. Okay, yeah. You see, I gotta respect this. Also, I think it said it was gonna show up today. I'm not sure, but I ordered a lot of stuff for streaming. I'm doing a bit of a streaming overhaul because, again, depending on tomorrow. Tomorrow it might just be I never stream again. Who knows? It might be my best looking work, but not my most skillful. Fair enough. But I've ordered some stream equipment so we can start. First off, when I shake this around, it's like it records in like 29 frames per second. I've discovered that's because I need a different cord than the cord I'm currently using, so I've ordered that. I've ordered oh my gosh, what's it called? A capture card is what it is. So that will also, you need a different cord and a capture card to be able to showcase this, but the capture card will also ads, of course there's ads. Well, hold on, I'll wait a second. I'll let them all come back. I'll wait for them to be back soon. Which is not a reference to anything. Welcome back. But I got a capture card, so the capture card will help this frame rate be a lot better. And it will also, I got kind of a 2-in-1 pack. That will be able to, I'll be able to hook things up like maybe a Nintendo Switch, a Wii U, just a Wii, and be able to stream that. It means you can buy your fun little streamy stuff. Exactly right. That's exactly what it means. But Battlefield 1, fun game to play. I'm not the best at it. And I'm either good that day or I am very much not. But there's other games I want to play as well. Maybe some more story-driven games or less first-person shooter-esque games. And a lot of those games are on, like, the Wii. Can we get a TF2 streams? Perhaps. Maybe one day. Who knows? But also with the capture card, it would allow me, I think, to actually keep the whole setup in... I'll be right back because I need a shower after all that dancing and drinking. Germans will be Germans, as they say. They say that. But I think this capture card and the way the setup should be, I should be able to keep it in the workshop. So that means then I could just go on to like console games via the Switch or the Wii U or the Wii, which I want to pull out the Wii U because the Wii U has my, a good opportunity, me, to pursue my passion of promotion. Okay, what we could take some, a good opportunity, me, to pursue my passion of promotion. What? Are you saying what would be a good opportunity? Are you asking? I need clarification. I don't understand it. Maybe that's on me. Because we have Bretzel Fest, where the whole town comes together to drink and dance on the tables. We have like 70k people. Wow. Germany is freaking dope. I have protests and then Cinco de Mayo, which the Mexicans don't really celebrate. The restaurants do, and they make and they do some amazing stuff. But you still see people working on Cinco de Mayo. Not as boisterous as Germany. My bad. Beer rules. Fair. Also, when I made my big order, I not able to get the drinks for tomorrow. But, maybe another time. Maybe another time, because we'll see. And pretzels, dude, pretzels, you'll try again? Fair enough, Mossy. I believe in you. I know you are a man of many skills, so I do not dog you for a little error. Yeah, but, dude, pretzels are good. I enjoy them. I enjoy me a pretzel. I know, I gotta try to... I might still try to get that drink you told me about, Nisty. The name escapes me, but I think I have it saved on a list or a wish list somewhere for all of that. But if you did a TF2 stream, I could pursue my passion of promotion. In the form of TF2 game chat. Loud and clear that time. All right, I see what you're saying. Then yeah, maybe so. Maybe we do that. Although the next gaming stream will technically be Saturday. Next Saturday. If that's willing. I think I might have family in town. Oh yeah, Apollinaire Spezzi. Which I might have not pronounced right, but everywhere you go, there you are. So, Mossy, I guess we'll have to see what happens tomorrow to see if you're getting promoted or if you're just getting absolutely banned. But I can't, we didn't make that a rule. We never said I couldn't ban you. However, I feel like that goes against our rules of the great purge, the great meme purge of the server. I can't delete it. I cannot like it, but I can't delete it unless if it's outrageous, then I will undoubtedly hit a ban hammer on it real quick. But streaming chat. That's sick. A little snippet from your pretzel fest. That looks sick as all heck, dude. I traded any hopes to be able to type like a human so I could boss the trolling and promotion of profile picture making. You made a deal, is what you're saying. You made a deal with the iOS Photoshop devil. And everywhere you go, there you are. See, Nisty, that looks sick as all heck, dude. That is awesome as heck. Now, gosh, what's left on the trim front, dude? There's so much happening here. What did I do for you? Okay, I didn't do nothing. Okay, I did the insides. I did the fans. Let's see. There we go. Nice and dusted. Not the devil. I'm too Catholic for that. I did it with God. Fair. Fair, fair, fair. Oh, I can't even reach that as far as brass goes. But we got a random bit of brass. You everywhere you go, there you are. You know, to quote Mossy, man, you everywhere you go, there you are. It's you know, it's carried me far in life. That saying that I've stolen from Mossy. He actually originated it. And I said, "Hey, can I borrow that?" And he said, "Yeah, dude, no, I don't really it's kind of like my thing. It's like I would rather you not." And then I just said, "Okay, cool." And I blatantly stole it from him. So that's why there's all this tension. That's why we're both actively fighting in chat, is because I stole his line. So there's a little backstory on that. Also, I need to texture paste this scythe in a little bit. Now, what else needs to be... Hold on, does he have a... No, he does not have it. I'll type it. Last time, maybe we leak some planning DMs from the DMs to get it behind the scenes after the 14th. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with the copyright as soon as he hits 5K subs. You know, it sounds like there's sounds like the plans are, you know, being planned. That's all we can hope for, right? All we can hope for. Now, what and the is not receiving enough video. Well, okay, guys, how's the stream doing? Is the stream okay? Because YouTube is telling me it's about to like die like a dog. Like it is a 23-year-old freaking Australian Shepherd. Only after. You can't leak one of them. One of them is a teaser. Not that I am deathly curious. Me? Nah. No. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I'll make this brass, the actual barrel. I'm going to abandon the barrel, and then I'm actually going to make that a, I'm going to make that something. Bro, can we get an interview like they do with the police convicts where they blur their face and put a voice changer on? Maybe. Maybe so. I might. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see exactly what happens there. But that might be quality is meh, but I'm in my basement. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. If it's too abhorrent, then I'll have to figure something out quickly. Although I've never really accounted for this. Okay, it says it's fine now. It says it sorted itself out, but you know, only time will tell. As they say. Basements are lovely in summer. It's so cool. Ah, yeah, that's true. That's true. When my last construction job I was working, when I was doing demolition, I was in the basement, and that was the place to be. That was the cool spot. AC, you may ban memes from the day, but not people. Okay, so are we saying like... Okay, hold on. Let me... So if it's something too nuts, I can ban it, or it's like the next day I can ban it. But I feel like that's a cop out. I feel like it stays, right? Or should I say no, I can ban it after the day because I will need to. See, this is why I have you. This is why I have you. You're gonna help me with all this. I have AC in my room, so the basement is meh. Fair enough. Any more trim? Let's see. We'll need it on his arm. Or, yeah, day after. That concerns me, that it's like, no, leave it up for a day, and then, yeah, get rid of that the day after. That spooks me. We have a second heat wave coming up. How about you, Mossy? Oh, there you go. Okay. So I guess... So it'll be up for a day, and then it'll just be absolutely... And then it'll just be nuked. And then it'll be like it'll just be there. You might just give up. Yeah, you guys are being hit with heat waves. That's crazy. Even in my area, it's pretty muggy. Not usually muggy, but it's muggy. It's a little muggy. And you know, everywhere you go, there you are, because it's muggy. Let's see. Now that armor's done, I'm gonna have to do a little cleanup, but you know that's fine. This is also just one guy. One guy, by the way. But I think he's about done. Actually, no. There's stuff to do. Hold on. You're in your last week of school this year. Before summer break or before you're out of it? I also don't know how summer works over in the UK. Here in America, we have something called summer break, and it's great Because then after summer break, everyone goes back to school, and that's when I skedaddle. Maybe make the 14th a meme channel. Maybe make the 14th meme channel a 14. Oh, with an 18 plus rating, so you don't enter. Okay, so make like a dedicated page. Summer, fair enough. Although Typhus has the same, so I'll just use that. So I'm gonna have to put an 18 plus rating on it. So then the war happens in that room, and then we just nuke it, and then we just wipe it off the face of the earth after a day. Is that what you're saying? That might be the strategy. That might just very well be that the strategy. What do you think? Are you thinking we do that? We make a dedicated war room. We make a D-Day room. We are in our 3rd summer week in Germany. Ah, fair enough. I forget what summer week I am here because I don't pay attention. That's on me. But I'm a wee lad. Yeah, fair enough. Well, sucks to suck. No nuking. That's the whole reason for the 14th. Yes. Yeah, I see what you say there. No, I mean like nuking like the day after, or does it stay up? Because that's why I'm asking right now. I don't give me a clear and concise, like, it all has to stay up, right? It can only be posted on the 14th, but then it stays up. That's what I was originally thinking. Or day after we nuke it. Because the thing is, Mossy's saying, it looks like Mossy's saying, no, we do nuke it, I think. And see, Nisty's saying, no nuking, period. So is there a, do we have, and these are, it could be funny to say up and preserve it. I understand that, but is it too just nuts to leave up? See it as contaminant, so everything stays there, but doesn't leave. Okay. Interesting. Maybe make a whole new section of the server, and we just have it called like events or something. Then we make that a dedicated chat, and we could call it what would we call it? I think that's what we do, because if we do future events like that, oh gosh, if we do future events like that, right? Which I don't know if it would be stuff like this. But then we could have a dedicated area to preserve stuff that's only open on those certain days, and kind of leave that all there. It will be staying because we had a fight to let it stand. That's what I was thinking too. I think we got a plan. What we'll do is make a oh, that doesn't have to be, fair enough. I'll make like a new, because we have like recruiter station, we have the front, the War Master's office, the forge, and like stream discussions. We'll have a place called like events. What should it be called? Should it I want to maybe something in theme with what we're with kind of what these are. Maybe community events, maybe, or just like hold on. Okay, that eventually rusted out. Is how that goes. A stream of us in the stream box would be fun as an event. I might be understandable then. Fair enough. Sounds like we'll figure it out. Maybe after I trim this guy, we create that section in the Discord server, and then we can ping everyone and saying, "Hey, meme drop side massacre." Ooh, okay, fair enough. I like that name. Remove night would be a good event. Fair enough. Yeah, or something. I like what I like what you're thinking. I think what we'll do, because obviously we have Stefan 14. Oh, Istvan 14. Yeah. the Discord's Istvan 14. Okay. Now I think this guy's almost done with the trim. But now what I'm thinking, I'm having a thunk. We'll do maybe an events channel. And then in the events channel, we have obviously the sub channels. So maybe one of the sub channels, we'll do like maybe community events or just events or something, so it's easy. And then underneath we'll call it I don't know, the 14th massacre, or the massacre on the 14th, something like that, something akin to that, or just I'm just reading the books, and the planet is so doomed. There you go. Now, is this guy done? As far as... Hold on, wait. As far as trim goes... Nope, don't gotta do the bottom there. Yeah, fair enough. Hold on. Let me finish trimming this guy up. Get them all done and dusted. Happy as can be. Also, guys, I don't know if you were here when I made the announcement, but the new video is going to be up soon. Within the next couple of days, I am hoping. About guns in Warhammer. If Massacre, you need drop side as well. Fair enough. The meme channel drop side massacre something. Someone just pinged me, made you look. Fudge. Follow Jesus, have faith in the Lord, praise his name and receive your reward. Mossy, you're a son of a gun, because I literally had the stream chat open, so how dare you, sir. And GG. Let's, I think, add. Good, that's what you get. Not that I'm petty. Me, petty? Nah. Nah, not me, dude. Couldn't be me. Okay, I got some clamps for these. We have, like, the little fly. I like how they do brass flies. Did I get you? You did get me. You did get me, and you got me good. Unfortunately, I don't know if you heard me curse you out, because I'm like, but I didn't. So if you thought I did, I didn't, because I'm not easy to rage bait. That's why it didn't get me, you know? You feel me? Let's see. Now this guy's trimmed out, I think. I'm going to call that good unless I spot something else real quick. Which I do spot. This is an interesting sculptor's choice, but it looks like just something there real quick. There we go. That should be good there. Don't think anything else on this guy needs trim. Thank goodness, because gosh, this is tedious. Gonna go shower now. Someone got songs to recommend. The Mejiro anthem. That's a good one. Let me think if I got another one on site. Ooh, maybe Marvelous Sunday. Marvelous Sunday's a good one. I like Marvelous Sunday. I blast that in the car at max volume with the windows down, and then I just stare at all the old people in my neighborhood as they look at me in a why is he even here sort of way. Oh, you know. Oh, well. One for Metallica. I would recommend Son Reimstein. Okay, we got the German stuff happening. Well, it looks like Zenist is figuring out. Duran? What is a Duran? Or Duran? Let's see. Now, we got to create some stuff in the Discord. So nope, I just joined a Vox channel. Get out. Get out. Okay, there we go. Now, let's see. Let me see. Okay. We're in the server. Now we got to make something. So I think we'll do, like, events, community events or something. Create category. Is that what this is? I don't even know. So let's see. We'll call it... Can I not capitalize? Oh, yeah. Community events. We'll just call it events. Events. Listen to a visible elevator. Its peak. MGS. Brain rot. Fair enough. Events, create category. We're watching. Now, is that the correct thing? Events. There it is. There's events, which I will leave at the bottom. No. I'm going to put events right up here. And now we're going to... How do I... Oh, there's the plus button. And now we're going to create a channel. Now, this channel is going to be in reference to the 14th. So what will it be called? Should it be called the Spiner Massacre? The Spiner Massacre? Perhaps. Who knows? Who knows? What? Mascara. I don't know. Should it be that? Because isn't this whole thing just a it's like the roast of Sherlock Spiner, essentially? What do we think of the Spiner Massacre? That should, and I'm just spitballing here. Just spitballing. Because we could do the Spiner Massacre. We could have it Istvan 14. Do you want it to be Istvan 14? Should we do Istvan 14? Should we do the Istvan 14th Massacre? What if we did the Istvan 14th Massacre? What about that? That's I think I could get behind that. What do we think? Something like that? Because I think that's what it's going to end up being, right? It's going to be a massacre. Pretty please. You say pretty please. To just Istvan or this? Is this decent? How do we feel? How do we feel about the Istvan 14 massacre? Ladies and gentlemen. Do we feel good about it? Do we feel bad about it? Do we like it? How about this? I'll keep it as this. Once Sinisty gets back, we'll see if he concurs with our astute observations, shall we? It will do, you suppose. Fair enough. So then we create that, and then let's see. Let everyone know how to use this channel. There's nothing really to use the age-restricted spoiler channel. So plot twist, heavy topics, or other sensitive discussions are hidden until users choose to view. Yep, that will be what that is. Slow mode off. We're gonna let rapid fire is allowed. And then let's see how to use this channel. Used during the Discord's rebellion. For the love of God. Used during the Discord's rebellion on Sherlock Spiner's tyranny. That's not how you spelled there. I knew it was something there. So we're already writing the history for tomorrow. That's what's happening. Used during the Discord's rebellion on Sherlock Spiner's tyranny, in which brave users took upon themselves to rise up. What do you mean themselves is... Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, it's a V. To rise up. Okay, used during the Discord's rebellion on Sherlock Spiner's reign of tyranny. Reign of tyranny. Don't need to capitalize the T. In which brave users took it upon themselves to rise up and showcase the power in which the stream has kind of bad latency. Really? That's unfortunate. It's telling me that it's good. I don't like that. That's spooky. It's still showing the channel being made? What? That is weird. Huh? Hold on, let me go to the webcam. Now I'm the webcam. It's still showing the channel being made. That's crazy. Oh, it might be you being stupid. Nah, my bad. Fair enough. Right now what I'm doing, Mossy, is I'm writing up the I'm writing up the history for this. This might be. I've thought about doing because I want to write some lore for my Legion. Might be fun to do on a stream. But let's see. Used during the Discord's rebellion on Sherlock Spiner's reign of tyranny, in which brave users took it upon themselves to rise up and showcase the power in which they took it upon themselves to rise up and showcase the true meaning of free speech. And we'll give them steel. What? Oh. I'll have to make a custom emoji for the 14th, so then we could, like, it's like those who were there, you know what I mean? Yeah, for now, we'll just do cross swords. The Istvan 14th Massacre. I almost want to call it the hide after inactivity. These threads will not show the channel. Blah, 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 blah. Channel's up. A title? I don't know what you mean by a title. Is that... What's a title? This may contain... Oh, okay. If it gives people the note of what's going on here, then hold on. Let me actually go... a title for those around for Istan. Ah, yeah, fair enough. Warning. Crazy stuff. Lies. Beyond this barrier. Viewer. We can put a freaking period, dude. Viewer discretion is advised. There we go. Now we can save that. Now we can save it. There we go. Now let's see. So if people go up here, warning, crazy stuff lies beyond this barrier. Viewer discretion is advised. Used during the Discord's rebellion on Sherlock Spiner's reign of tyranny, in which brave users took it upon themselves to rise up and showcase the true. Awesome. So they get like a little synopsis, and they're like, "Ooh, what's that all about?" And then they go continue, and then little teaser. And hold on, let me go to the webcam. I don't want. Little teaser. Fair enough. Okay, perfect. Perfect. There we go. Just making sure that wasn't nothing. But there's the first bit there, which we should probably try to... Actually, you could probably... I don't know. You can do what you want. But you could do the... Now you do the rallying discussions. That's the channel where it's like, okay, everybody ready, aim, fire, or whatever. And then we just immortalize that later. Somehow, some way. But until then, I think everyone will have, for the love of God. Jesus Christ. Let me... Yeah, I saw that, you freaking son of a gun. Message deleted. Ah, that's what was deleted. Fair enough. And then, let's see, hold on. Who has flashbang? Yeah, no shoot, right? Permissions. Now, hold on. No, I want to see who's allowed in. Everyone should be allowed in, because then at some point we'll make it no one's allowed in. When we freeze it. When we encapsulate. Yeah, flashbang, you had to test it. Fair. Fair. As unfortunate as it is, it's fair. Now, time to speed run some more trim real quick. Who's ready to... Let's get back to the ever fun trim. As we continue on. Well, we got that up. That's going to be awesome. And at some point, maybe later today, I will ping everyone and I'll say, hey, this is the dedicated server for what is about to happen on the 14th. Little synopsis of what's going on. And then everywhere you go, there you are, right? It's gonna be a stream to remember. It's gonna be a stream to remember. And we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for it though. It will be good. It'll be good. I have a good feeling about it. Are there nerves? There's nerves with anything. But we got something good. It will be fine. I foresee no Remember, Aunt will be asleep because her shift, so plan accordingly. Don't wake her up. Fair. Fair, I'll do my best. It'll probably be just like an hour before the stream tomorrow. That way it's like they can go into the Discord and see all that stuff. So we can try to be... I think that'll be reasonable, right? Now. Okay, I'm tweaking. Don't mind me. Now we gotta do like some filters because I guess they're, you know, in the grim darkness of the far future. We have filters even though we're a literal plague. Well, okay, Mossy, I just want to... Just making sure. No, I appreciate that. You're looking out for your crew. Remember, it's you guys against me. I'm the tyrannical power here. You got to watch out for your crew. And you're doing that. And I appreciate that, and I can respect that. Also, so Matsu, you flashbanged me, right? Is some of the, from what you've been a part of, from what you've witnessed, is there stuff tomorrow that is going to be worse than that? Can you tell me that much? Or is it still, or am I still just going to be left in the frickin' dark until the fated day? Until the July 14th massacre. It's July, right? Yes, it is. Infinity? Shiza. Ah, shucks. Infinity. All right, well, ad infinitum, as they say, right? It's going to be interesting. You can't say? Fair enough. No, I get that. Keep it incognito. Keep it... I just lost a light because I had not plugged that in. That is kind of... That was silly of me. That's kind of funny. I was taking final photos and stuff for the new video of the completed tank of Cute Curran-chan, who's all done. One of the... Oh my gosh. You know what I should have bought as well? I should have brought an external drive so I can start downloading games onto this PC. I lost a life? Yes. No, a light. One of my lights over here, they're usually plugged in, but they also run on batteries. And I forgot to replug it in after doing some photo shoots earlier today, so it just died on me. R.I.P. Oh, right. I think I'll lose a life tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow's adventure. In quotes. Well, hold on. I want to get a gauge real quick. From anyone who's aware of what's happening in the Discord server, there's going to be an uprising against my tyrannical reign. How excited? How are you looking forward to it? How excited are you, Mossy, and anyone else on a scale of like 1 to 10? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Give me a little. I want to hear what your thoughts are of tomorrow. Very. Fair enough. Very. You know, you said it twice. You know that means it's exciting. Now, are there 9.4? Fair enough. Fair enough. If, yeah, so it's, you know, that's good. It's good. You have something to look forward to. That's perfect. I have something to look forward to as well. Uber, back. Welcome back, Sinisty. I'm asking everyone, how excited are we how excited are you guys for tomorrow? This is like, what, a couple weeks of planning and the day's already tomorrow? I don't know about you guys, but my days have been going by hella fast, and I'm even making them long days. I'm up early, I'm asleep late. These are some of the longest days I've had. Except tomorrow is the day. We need to show Sherlock Duran. What is this? Is this some? Is this some like? I heard something and then brain rot. Is this some like funk brain rot BS? Is it actual peak? I don't know. Is that our next music? Okay. Like what kind of music is it? What kind of music? Good music? Bad music? Is it country? You know, wake up, coffee, camo, blue jeans. Nah, it's good. No brain rot. Okay, sure. I believe you entirely. Of course. What on Green's name? Okay, there we go. So let's see. How about after I finish the trim, should I take a quick look at it? Should I see what you are witnessing? What crazy stuff is happening here? Also, the amount of... Also, MGS is the hit game Metal Gear Solid. It's about a soldier dimming home to a country that's forgotten them. Oh, is it? Is it just from a? Is it from a video game, or is that the title of a video game? I'm unaware. But maybe I become aware. Do I play it? I don't know. Future gaming stream? Maybe. After the Mario Kart stream? Who knows? Maybe I do it after a Mario Kart stream. Maybe do I do a Mario Kart stream? I don't know. We're figuring all that out. Kinda. Fair. So is the song just called Duran Duran, and it'll be like the first thing I search up once I finish this trim? I'll Duran Duran Invisible. Roger that. Then let me finish the trim, and then we'll take a look at what you've, you know. That's my take on the song. Fair enough. I'll finish the trim, and then I'll take a look at that, and we'll see what we can't get. Sound good? Sound like a plan? Also, I was like, why is the trim getting lighter? I am mixing it with a white paint by accident. That is funny in a sad way. Though that kind of just looks like faded armor. Interesting. Good future reference. We're learning. We're learning stuff all the time. Now, I just have to... I want to be semi-careful here. The song isn't in the game, but an edit got so famous that most people think it is in the game. Ah, fair enough. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, there's some... There's stuff like that. I'm trying to think of an example that I'm aware of. Nothing comes to mind quickly, though. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I gotta, like, do the little hooks for these capes. Don't know how these capes are still on. That's pretty stinky. Fair enough, Masumin. Great, great input. Stay you, I guess. Make this all trimmed out as well. Gotta make it look fancy, dude. We're trying to impress the Death Guard, people. You know? That is the mission. That's the goal. That's the goal, and that is the mission. And the mission is the goal. The Indians. May you offer a change for the 14th. Take a shot. I am all ears. I'm all ears. Also, I don't know if you've witnessed in the am I painting for the Dookie Boys? Yes, sir. 420th Manhattan Man, welcome, welcome. Yep, I am currently working on repainting some Death Guard that I've been in dire need of repainting for the better part of a year now. We're finally getting it done. Getting it done and discussing tomorrow. You said, what did I say? Explains. You said explains, please. What did I... Oh, no. What? I don't know what I said 5 seconds ago. What did I say? I'll explain it. I'll figure it out. Right now, explain the, explain the server to Sinisty. Give him a quick rundown on what's happening. But yeah, Sinisty, I created, well, everyone here who's part of the Discord, I made a channel that's going to be dedicated to the massacre that is tomorrow. Same time tomorrow. And so that's where you're going to mount your assault, essentially. I literally have given up ground in the form of making a dedicated spot in the server for you to get a foothold in against your valiant fight against my tyrannic rule. Is that what I was supposed to explain? All the names are temporary. I'm open to suggestions. Well, Sinisty can start if he wanted to. Yeah, fair enough. I'm wondering if is it an entire 5-page essay, Sinisty? Are we getting a complete breakdown of everything and rules? And it's like we got red cards, we got blue cards, we have Uno reverse cards, and like we have do's, we have don'ts, we have what's allowed, what's not allowed. Is this the whole? Basically, are we in court and you're the lawyer? I don't know. Because we got, may I offer a change on the 14th? That was a bit ago. I'm wondering what he's cooking up. Please name it the 14th Book of Logar. The book that summons warp creatures and corrupted Horus. Well, he's gone, so we can't hear you. Fair enough. The 14th Book of Logar. Okay, what does everyone think of that? I haven't gotten big into the books, but is that like a baller reference to go with, as far as the name? I'll let I'll let you know, my counsel, being you guys, help me out on this one. My ever wise counsel. So that's the book that summons warp creatures and corrupted horse. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. Book of Lorgar is the bad one. And just 14 times that. Fair enough. Okay, then. Then maybe I'll do it. Let's see. I'm not enough of a nerd to understand that, but it is neat. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not into the... I haven't delved far enough into the lore just yet, but if that's a baller reference, then I'll do it. Nice one, Mossy. Great work, Mossy. I saw what you did there in the Discord out of the corner of my eye. He's just... Mossy's being himself, which, you know how that goes. Read the books. I know that is true. That's very, very, very fair. I got to start listening to the books while we stream. We do instead of a watch party in the Discord, we do a listening party, and it's like, okay, gang, time to listen to chapter 2 of the Book of Krieg. There you go. Then we'll follow that up with a Bible study. You're unique. Yes, you are. You're a very unique specimen to this crew. Wouldn't have it any other way. Let's see. Now that's all. That guy's trimmed up. Books and wine. Audible for real goated. Audible has gotten me through many a batch painting. Shenanigan. Except what I didn't listen to the Warhammer books. I listened to the 60+ hours of Sherlock Holmes novels. And you wonder, wow, why did his parents name him Sherlock? And then it turns out they're a freaking Sherlock Holmes nerd. And you realize and you go, oh, what happened there? Your pile is ridiculous. Russell, thanks for tuning in. And would you care to elaborate what you mean? Without the rockets, the stream would be empty. It would be empty. It would be dead empty. You guys are here. You make the streams happen, bro. And I get that, and I'm very grateful for you. Sherlock Scott Spiner. Well, we can capitalize the S in Spiner, right? Not that I'm stingy about it. No, me? Nah. Yeah, triple S. They had to, But can you imagine... Do you imagine the cringing I have to do when someone asks for my initial? And I have to just write, and I don't, because normally I wouldn't include the center initial. And so then you just, I say, hey, I think we should do this, blah, 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 and then the initials. And then next thing you know, I'm fired from my 5th job, triple S. I know these ain't no AAA batteries. It's a double S catastrophe is what it is. Super SS, that's not good. Yeah. It is not the greatest thing ever. However, it makes me more professional though in my writing, because I don't want to leave my initials. So I go instead of just a quick I'm doing a quick write up to someone, I'm like, "Hey, thanks SS." No, I just go, "Thanks, Sherlock William Scott Spiner." And we call that good. You have probably 300+ models from 40k Combat Patrol subscription that are still on sprue. Oh my goodness. That is quite, that is, you've heard of so bad that it's good. I give you so much, it's commendable. To be able to accumulate that vast sum. I gotta respect it, is what I have to do. I mean, at the end of the day. I went on a big binge a year ago in which I purchased, like in one day, I purchased like $700 or $800 in Warhammer, and since then I have not bought I had to make a rule for myself. I said, wow, I can't do that again. You could stylize your initials more jagged like a lightning bolt. Now, why would I do that? 420th Manhattan Man. Would it be faster? You can offer funny photos of Sherlock. Yeah, hey, Russell, don't listen to Mossy. Mossy is he's my employee, and I'm not paying him for what he does. I'm paying him an exposure as a niche streamer, as a niche Warhammer streamer. And he's perfectly content with that. Isn't that right, Mossy? Mossy says yes. I speak for Mossy. He's under my company banner, right, Mossy? Again, he says yes. So yeah, you don't need to worry about. No, I've played with him. I've played with him many a time, many a time. Isn't that right, Mossy? Mossy says yes. I speak on behalf of him. So just don't worry about him. He goes on. His account was hacked, and now just random people chat through his account. It's a whole thing. He's watching the stream, but he's signed out, so he's unable to chat. I don't know who this guy is, who has his account, but he's getting it sorted out. You know, he's doing the best he can, and we got to respect him for it. Isn't that right? Mossy says yes. Yes, Master Sherlock is kindly. Is it also weird that Horse Heresy is shortened to HH? Yes. If you have that knowledge. I play Helldivers? No, but we played Team Fortress 2 once, and it was something for sure. I was almost sure we were gonna get banned because this lovely creature right here, this lovely man made in the image of God, right here, Mossy meant. Yeah, he was the promoter. And what he went on to do was he kept spamming. I feel cringe even saying it. He kept spamming subscribe to Sherlock Spiner in the chat. Against my will, mind you. Against me yelling, hey, stop for the love of God. And he didn't. He kept doing it. He kept going. And so that's how he forced his way. Can we please enter the South Park slave song from Mossy? What? Oh yeah, I still got to check out the. I got to finish this trim to check out whatever you were talking about. With the Duran Invincible thing. I don't know. Is it like they? Yeah, we'll see. Everyone here, like to Sherlock, he works hard. Masta got me working. Well, we can. Well, Masta says use ER, my friend. We don't use A. Someday, speaking of, y'all OGs need to do your part and like the stream. And there goes everyone doing the. I appreciate the sentiment. I appreciate it. But you know, people will like if I do something worthy of liking. That is how I roll. However, I appreciate the kind words. You always do. Mossy always does. That's why I pay him the big bucks. That's why I pay him the big bucks. It's to hype these streams up, to get them out there to the world. It's the way to do it. Now, the bells are. I am tweaking. I keep getting phantom stuff. You even hype the streams. Oh, fair enough. Well, I appreciate that. Now, let's see. What else needs to be absolutely trimmed out? And I'm not going insane. One day I'll be paid. Maybe. I mean, probably. I mean, no. But maybe one day, who knows? You'll be, yeah. Someday Master set me free. Phantom Pain. How do I hype the stream? You go outside and then you start yelling. And you become a public nuisance. Phantom Pain. Well, not Phantom Pain. It's phantom texting. That people are ridden with. When you think your phone vibrates and then you go, what? MGS reference. I am not referencing Magic the Gathering and Sons. Nope, phantom texting when you think your phone goes off, except my phone is right in my field of view right down there. In case I ever get an emergency call or text and I have to deke out. If I deem the injury worthy. Sherlock, listen to it. Okay, yeah, hold on. I'll listen to it. I'm almost done with the trim. And then it shall be done. Just got to do like this gun real quick, and then I'll get on it. Phantom Pain, yeah, fair enough. Maybe maybe we get a VR headset and then we go troll VR chat and we try to cause some people phantom pain. That I could get behind. I don't like to harass, but I could probably get behind that. I could get behind that for sure. Let's see. And then then one day you just see me unironically in it via the Discord like game thing, and you're like, wait, is he recording a video? And then no. I died. And I went to VR chat. That's a whole dude, I went down a rabbit hole just seeing the people on there via like Papa Meat documentaries and stuff like that. It's a fascinating. The internet's so crazy, dude. Because literally it's everybody. The internet is everybody. Isn't that nuts, dude? It's everybody. Somehow, because of the internet, I stream regularly. I have a set streaming schedule. And reference in his VR chat video too. Oh, fair enough. But just me streaming randomly. I'm not the production. I put a little effort into the equipment I use. But then it's just me streaming. And somehow, because the internet has everyone, we've managed to find each other via the internet. You know? And now we hang out in the Discord. We hang out in the streams. And it's nuts. It's weird. Audio, buddy? Hold on. 5, 6. Two, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Don't know why that happens. Fair enough. Well, thank you for letting me know, bro. Yeah, it was Slenderman. If anyone knows the Slenderman reference, when he gets close, the camera and the audio starts cutting out. So there's my creepypasta knowledge for you. Now hold on, let me get to that audio right after I finish trimming this guy out. Is he all done for the trim? I don't know. We got to double check. Let's see. Thank you for letting me know. I usually wear headphones so I can like check in on myself every now and then, but I took them off and never put them back on. Let's see here. I think that about does. Nope. We have his little like tank tread pack right here. Also, I reviewed footage after I shot my tank with a shotgun, and the tank treads that I am missing are somewhere up on the range to this day. Found you IRL. First saw you stream, and then here we are. 18 minutes left, so hurry. I gotta try to like figure out a schedule. I gotta stream. I want to stream for longer, bro. I have too much fun. I can't believe it's 18 minutes already. That's crazy. That is wild as all living heck. Okay, I think this guy's done now. Let's not even... Let's you know, postpone it no longer. What is this audio? Does anyone have a quick link to share via the Discord, or is it fairly straightforward to look up right quick? Let me get the... I think we are all trimmed out. Let me take a final look around. Look at our gloves. Yep, nice and trimmed. Maybe just trim that once more. Yeah, I was in the first stream where you didn't stream. Sun still has 5k points of cheering. It's fair enough. I got within of Geo Guesser today and 65. Good for you. I got E rank with Mejiro McQueen because I don't know how to train stamina. So, you know, we're all, it sounds like we're all learning and we're all getting better at something, right? Now, let me go. Let's find this audio. The trim here, done. Done and dusted. Let me now. Oh yeah, what I was going to say earlier, I got sidetracked because, believe it or not, that's half of everything I do is sidetracked. But I ordered some more streaming equipment. Camera will be better. If I ever see any kind of road in a photo of you, I can find you. Fair enough. Good for you. Good for you. But I also got a stream deck, so now we'll be able to play like some sound effects. That'll be nice. I plan to overhaul Super Chats so there can be sounds now that play when stuff happens, because I figured out how to do that. Can you stream early instead of longer? So let's see. I stream. It's about afternoon when I stream. That's one of the best times I stream. So if I was earlier, would it be better for you guys? Because it's like what, midnight? So I would almost have to start streaming when at Like 4 hours earlier, 2 hours earlier. It's nearly 1 for James. If it was 4 hours earlier, would it be better? Trying to think if I could make it work. Yeah, I could do in midnight for you. Fair enough. Fair enough. That might be... Nah, yes, fair enough. Sounds like we're going to figure it out, eh? Now, let's see. 3:45 p.m. there. That's funny. It's 3:45 p.m. where I am as well. It is almost 1 a.m. Ah, fair enough. Okay, hold on. Let me waddle over to the... Nope. Go back there. Hold on. Blah. Stand by. This one long day for... Yeah, fair enough. Now, let's go back to the monitor. And now, what are we... What is it? It's Duran, invisible. Is this it? Is this it? Jesus, that's horrifying. What? What are you having me watch? I don't... That spooks me. Can color me spooked. Like, what? What is that supposed to be, dude? That's spooky. I gotta watch and listen to this now? Is this the correct thing? Is this it? It's an old music video to go with it. Oh, wait, when released 2021. Oh. You never seen the music video? Oh, it looks like this is the actual frickin'... It looks like this is the actual just base. These ads. The ads I see make me my worst possible self. And that was just an ad for Pinterest. But they do something. And I become a bad person because of those ads. The ads do that, okay? I got to sue to get my decent... So this is... Okay, so you only know the cover to the right, which is probably this guy, because I think that's the correct right. So I'm going to do a snippet of it. Let's see, what are we... Yep. This one. The Whispering of Invisibles. I gotta... It lost me. It's gotta come back. I know there will be copyright, but I'm gonna account for that. Oh, is this the song I'm thinking of? Is this what they use for snake copyright? Yeah, I know. We're almost over, and I haven't well. Where's the beat drop? Are we about to get it? Oh, it is this one. Okay. I get it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Now, because of YouTube copyright and they don't try to save artists and music makers. As long as I say like okay and wow or something like wow, they really hit that beat drop, it's fine. It falls under fair use because YouTube is silly sometimes. No, when the stream's over, it is peak. It is peak. That's my verdict. I concur with you. They cooked with this one. And yeah, that is funny. I thought this was just actually part of the game. Or just part of whatever happened with Snake. That is pretty funny. That is peak. Gonna have to add that to my questionable material playlist. That will complement the techno edit of Erica and the Russian hard bass very nicely, I think. Cool. Very neat. Yeah, but I was thinking also of making an actual VODs channel so I don't have just these streams cluttering up the YouTube channel. That way I can have them in a dedicated spot and call that and just be good there. But we'll see what happens as far as all that goes. Because it's fairly easy to download them, thankfully. Better than Erica for the German paints. Fair. Fair. Sure like you want any uranium. It's crunchy. Here's what I'll have. Inside here is my vodka and Canada Dry ginger ale mix. Or I just dropped that on the keyboard. I'm going to hope I didn't just exit the whole stream. But inside here... Also, I just one-hand these like a champ. I don't mean to glaze myself, but... I'm a bit of a gamer. You'll see them over right now over USPS. Man, I have a USPS package that I have been waiting for weeks now. It says it's going to arrive today. I would have liked to have it arrive so I could open it up off camera, but still have the face cam and just bait. Miller Lite and some white rum for me. Fair enough. Fair enough. I should probably specify for when I inevitably get into an absolute legal battle for I don't even know what yet. This is only water. I'm not old enough to drink. And my drink of choice is root beer. Root beer when I'm out and about. Dr. Pepper when I'm feeling when I'm feeling, you know, a little cheaty at home. I go for a Dr. Pepper. But there you go. Yeah, I'm 33 years old, by the way. We've established that I'm not 33 years old is what I meant to say. Okay, so 300 G's of uranium for me. Thank you. Appreciated. Now, let's see. We have 9 minutes left. Do we try to trim out the last guy? Unk? No. Shut up. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I didn't mean to say that. I am not 33. Not 33, by the way. Not 33, by the way. I lied. That was a lie. Not the case. But you know what? You can't make a nuke, but you know what you can make? What can I make? Uranium pie. Because they said bye-bye, Miss Uranium Pie. Drop the bomb on Nagasaki till all the Japanese had died. Cut that. Oh, this is live. Oh. It's been an honor. Freaking dry throat because I got AC pumping trying to keep up desperately with the heat and humidity that is kind of struck in my area as of late. Very interesting. I think keyboard check. Neat. Now, I'm gonna try to trim the heck out of this guy. Joking, I don't condone dirty bombs, only clean ones. But what did you say? But I don't know. You said, but you know what you can make. Have you told me yet? Did you say it somewhere else? Am I daft? Very possible, by the way. That's why I asked so genuinely, because it's possible. It's possible. I'm also going to see if I can't just, absolutely. Also, the AC's doing well, but it's so warm, the brush completely dried up. Thankfully, I had washed it. It might have been blocked. That's concerning. That's comforting to know. Golly. I didn't know that could happen. Neither did I. Do I have a... What primer do I use? For we're having 64 degrees and degrees. Oh, geez, that's crazy. Generally, I just use Rust-Oleum Black. If I'm painting guys like these, I generally like to just use an airbrush primer, and I just use like Vallejo surface primer. But yeah, either Rust-Oleum. If I'm doing infantry, I'll use a Krylon gray primer. I actually really like Krylon. Smells great too. Which, probably not something to, like, admit you enjoy the smell of, but alas, that's, honesty is the best policy. And generally, that's kind of how I roll. On Death Guard, though, I use airbrush primer because I do not want to clog any details, just because there's a lot of little details on these guys that get clogged so fast with anything else. Now, there is... that in there. Will I get this done in 6 minutes? Probably not. But you know what? I'm gonna try my darndest, bro. Yeah, no problem, Russell. Hopefully that answers some questions. If you got any more, just let me know. I am here for 5 more minutes. Now, all the spindly bit. Also, I have poked myself and have drawn blood a couple of times. Yes, for streams. Well, welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope it's not too degenerate for you. It's a fun time at the stream point, because the Discord server, which members have access to, members and OGs. Probably gonna sleep now. See you tomorrow, and gut Nacht to you too as well, Sinisty. Thank you for tuning in. See you tomorrow for the big day. I hope this is a good impression. Masa, you and me both. You and me both. But yeah, right now, what's going on is in the Discord, I have for members and for OGs of the channel. I'll be back in next time too. Well, I appreciate that very much. That is very kind of you to say. And I'm glad you find it worth your time. That means the world to me. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we got... oh, gosh. Poor scene. Oh, gosh, dude. But, yeah. Anywho. He's going to be in next time in. Yeah, I heard that, too. Russell, I'm going to say, you know, you could be here next time. Next time I stream will be tomorrow at the same time. I do Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and trying to do Saturdays now for gaming streams. But tomorrow is going to be a massacre. Tomorrow is going to be an uprising of brave souls, brave members of the Discord server who have been oppressed by my tyrannic rule of banning chats and stuff, because I'm very tyrannical. Right, Mossy? I speak for Mossy. Mossy says, yes, very much so. But they have rallied up very valiantly, might I add. True patriots. And they are going to basically stake their claim, and they are going to basically make a statement that they are not to be messed with tomorrow. Book of Logar by Team Rocket. Mossy says yes, because Mossy is pretty neat like that, you know what I mean? So, tomorrow is going to be a showcase of their power. And I'm going to witness firsthand, what it's going to be. Sweet, I'm in, LOL, excellent. You say that now. And the other thing is, I say that now as well. I have said I'm excited for tomorrow to bear witness to this stunt. And the other thing is, and I say that having context of what's about to happen. I don't know if you have context of what's about to happen, and I'm afraid to utter it out loud. It's gonna be. It's basically the first community event that is happening tomorrow, and so I'm excited for that. I'm also dreading it because of what it is going to be around, and you know, honestly, we're just gonna have to see what happens. But I am excited for it either way. Only the committee knows. Exactly. See Nisty here and Mossy just for a little lore dump for you. A little freaking explanation for you. They're basically the committee. They're the guys who kind of coordinated the whole thing. Mossy Mint, I believe, is the one who basically started the domino, who knocked over the first domino in the entire chain reaction of events that we've had, by creating it's like in scenes in movies where the evil scientist, the first one that comes to mind, haven't watched this movie since it came out, the first Wonder Woman movie. I only remember it because that was based in World War One, which I like. But that was when the evil villain created a new gas or something like that, which now that I think about it, it's like, how would that affect anyone? Because World War One was a war of gas, so everyone had gas masks. So what was the main villain making the gas even doing? But it might have been something that broke through filters. I don't remember. But the villain created that, and that started the whole chain reaction that led to the movie. That's Mossy Mint creating something so terrible, so otherworldly, unforeseen, and it started all of this. And it was crazy. and it's only going to get crazier tomorrow because I have suppressed it. I have, I've shown off my tyrannical rule, and I have suppressed everything, and I deleted it. Yet he rallied a friend known as Sinisti, and they became known could pass gas mask. Fair enough. Thank you. I was thinking that. Okay, that makes sense. Fair enough. Also, kind of a cool how they did that villain. How she had like a malformed face, so she put on a mask, which is similar to what they actually did after the war. Very cool. But Mosiman came to know Sinisti, and together they formed what's now known in the Discord and in the streams in the community. They are Team Rocket. They are James and James of Team Rocket. So it's it's quite an event. Prepare for trouble. There you go. And they even got the catchphrase down. Okay, so they've established themselves, and they're here almost every stream throughout almost like the entire point, and it's like incredibly late for them. Also, I'm 1 minute over schedule. I actually got a skedaddle. My ramblings have caught up with me, alas. Make that double. See, Russell knows already. Now, hopefully tomorrow I will have something right next to the Titan here, and I'm not gonna mention it at all. So whoever's here, you're gonna be the only ones possibly looking out for it. But also, I want to say a thank you to Sinisti and Mossy, who are here the whole time. Thank you, Russell, for joining in and chatting with us. It has been awesome having you here. And you're getting the references. It looks like you're here for it. The horses got him again. Sinisti, you're a fortune teller, my friend. Guys, that's all I got for you today. Tomorrow is the day the Discord server will make it stand against the tyrannical rule of Sherlock Spiner. And I, for one, cannot wait. It is going to be something else. So until then, guys, good night, good morning, good afternoon. Either way, good day to you all. And I'm actually ending it this time. Usually I play Slither.io. But no, I gotta... Friendly fire maxing, Joe. Peace pot micro dot. Sure. Sounds it's fun to say, so it sounds good to me.